Hey friends, so I'm here today with Liana.
Hi.
Now Liana's Instagram's Fruity Liana.
Yes.
And she's going to introduce herself to you. We're going to make some French toast today. And you messaged me and said you'd never made French toast before, so we thought it was a good opportunity.
I'm excited.
So do you want to introduce yourself to the guys?
Yeah. So I'm Liana, and as Brett said, it's Fruity Liana on Instagram and YouTube. And yeah, I used to live in Switzerland. I'm born in Switzerland, and I moved to London, and now I live in Torquay, so in Devon, which is nice.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
So first thing we're going to do with the French toast, we're just going to add in a couple of tablespoons of flax seeds. In here we've got 2 tablespoons of whole wheat flour, and we've got a tablespoon of nutritional yeast as well. I'm just going to blitz that up. So I'll blitz that up first before I do anything else. Yeah. Okay, just give that a Yeah, just blitz that up with the flax seeds. So your YouTube, what kind of videos do you make?
I make a variety. I've got a lot of what I eat in a day, all like vegan recipes, and I made a series where it was all 30-second videos, so it's really quick for people to just get ideas of, healthy and just nice food. And I did like a raw challenge as well, so I've got all raw videos, which is nice. And I also make videos about modern day slavery, which I'm really passionate about putting an end to, and also like activism, general activism,
That's cool. So tell us a bit more about the slavery stuff.
So I first learned about it because we all kind of know that it exists, but we don't know to the extent.
To the extent, and I think people kind of turn a blind eye to it
Exactly,
as well.
It is, and I think that we don't really know that it's actually happening, even in the UK, it could happen to your neighbour and everything. So I started learning about it when I heard Nathaniel Bazolich, he's an actor, and he's the spokesman. He's in Vampire Diaries and the originals.
Yeah.
So it's quite a big series, so people may know him. And he's the spokesman of End It Movement, which is a coalition to end slavery. So he started talking about it in different conventions that I went to, and I just was shocked at how bad it was. And I just got into helping out with it, and recently I started working for, not paid, it's volunteer, but working for IJM, which is International Justice Mission.
Which sounds really cool.
It does sound
sounds
really
like
cool,
you're a spy.
I am. No, they're such a great company, and they work also with End It Movement. They actually do they go and save slaves, and they get them back into the world, to be able to live again, because they have to teach everything. They have to teach them how to work. And
so they kind of help them integrate back into society as well?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That's like the biggest part of it. And I've started doing a campaign which is cyber sex trafficking, which is quite a new thing and not really talked about, so that's going to be interesting
that sounds really interesting. So do you know what is the main maybe businesses that they find they've got? So not to name businesses, but I mean what kind of areas do you actually find the human trafficking in?
Areas everywhere.
Everywhere.
Literally everywhere. If you go on their website, if you go on End It Movement website, there's a map and it shows pinpoints of how many people. It's crazy the amount. It could be your neighbour, it could be anyone really.
Did you hear what was said about Hillary Clinton?
No, what?
There was apparently there's I forgot where it was, when she was, I think it was when she was First Lady, they had basically prisoner slaves in the house, so obviously prisoners volunteer, I think prisoners with good behaviour get to do the chores and things like that. But it was really controversial because obviously it's people doing unpaid work. It's kind of slavery, and I think it's a big problem in that a lot of working prisoners. To me, it just seems wrong in the system that there's almost an incentive to arrest people if they're doing free work. So it's kind of a really strange.
It is.
It's a really strange part of it. So that's but it's such a worthy cause.
And I think that it's important that people speak up about it, because it is, a lot of people don't even think it still exists,
No.
Especially older people, they don't think about it that much. So I think it's important to get it out there.
Definitely. Yeah, it's definitely a worthwhile cause. Yeah, so just for you guys, so in here I've put, after we blended everything up with the flax seeds, the flour, I've put in half a teaspoon of nutmeg, half a teaspoon of cinnamon, and then I put some maple syrup, a full cup of almond milk, and a little bit of oil. And then all we're gonna do is wait till that pan gets nice and hot, and then we're gonna toast it lightly on both sides. It's gonna really crispen up. It's gonna be nice and sweet because of the cinnamon and the nutmeg.
Sounds nice.
If you're not a massive fan of cinnamon and nutmeg, you can adjust it to your taste, but I put in half a teaspoon of each. So what else are you working on at the minute? And you're going to vegan camp out as well, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
Which is really cool.
Really excited about it. I haven't camped in ages.
Hopefully we can see some of you guys there.
Yeah. I think it's going to be huge, isn't it? It's like
it's definitely going to be really quite big this year.
6,000 people, maybe, but going, I think it's like 3,000 at the moment, which is
really good. Really good. Shows how much veganism.
We'll just get lost, won't we?
Yeah, that's it. I might not even see you there.
Yeah.
But yeah, and Tim's talking. I know Martin's talking as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
Vegan geezer.
And James Aspian.
Cool, yeah.
Joey Carbstrong as well.
Yeah, there's some.
There's so many people, and there's Patrick Bogumian as well, isn't there? He's the German strongman or something like that, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's massive, isn't he?
I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
It's
gonna be really good.
Yeah, it's gonna be ace. I can't wait. So what have you got kind of planned now? Because you're going to be working at an animal sanctuary as well.
Well, animal rescue centre is Blue Cross, so it's going to be with cats. Yeah, I recently totally changed my job because I'm a makeup artist. I'm still obviously a makeup artist. I'm still going to be doing it on the side for a few clients and stuff. And over Instagram, I get a lot of people asking if I could do weddings or this and that. So obviously, still do that because that's my passion. But my first passion is to work with animals. So I moved to Torquay because of that, and to be able to do my courses in animal care and animal psychology and all that. And I recently got jobs, so I'm really excited. That's my first love and what I've always wanted to do. So
you've always wanted to do that.
Really happy. So always with animals. Yeah.
How long have you been in the UK now?
Not long. Last February, so a little over a year and a half.
Okay. Yeah. And where you found it so far?
Well, London, I found it very stressful.
Okay.
But since moving to Torquay, I just love it so much. It's and I like the people too, like the English humour and just I like that. Because in Switzerland, people are quite cold and quite reserved. I guess I am too. I come over a bit shy sometimes.
I don't think so.
Oh no.
I don't think so at all.
But
you make plenty of friends. I've seen you at the festivals. You always seem to be making loads of friends.
It's because they were friendly.
Yeah, definitely.
But no, I think also the vegan community, and it's since moving to England. Because when I was in Switzerland, I don't know any vegans in Switzerland.
Really?
Yeah, they just thought I was
not
really
a big
weird.
community out there.
I don't know now, but when I went vegan, there was literally no one, and people didn't really know what it was at that point.
Okay.
I think that
that's interesting.
It is, yeah. So when I moved to London, it was so incredible because there were all these vegans everywhere. You know, it was like a new world.
Yeah. Oh no, that's loads better.
Yeah.
I've definitely found it a lot easier since starting to go to more of the festivals and things like that, and like meeting more vegans.
Yeah. Especially on the stall and stuff, you must meet. A lot of people.
Yeah, that's really good. And if any of you guys, come to the festivals and stuff, always look out for the ethics stall. You'll see Tim, Ben, Martin there. They're always happy to see you. You might even see Jojo.
Oh, Jojo.
Is always the star of the show, which is ace.
Lovely.
But yeah, I mean, what kind of goals have you got? What do you want to achieve?
Goals.
Like, we were talking about this the other day. I have a video about what goals I want to achieve, and you're one of the first people to get back to me and talk about some of your goals. So what would you like to achieve?
I think the one that you mentioned also is like health-wise, obviously eating like less processed things. It's so easy now as a vegan to just go out and eat all these processed, pizzas, and you can just find anything. So I think that and incorporating more raw meals. I think I'll try and do like at least one a day, at least for breakfast, a raw meal.
That's really cool.
that's like the first one, and really dedicating myself to like go to the gym and stuff at like 5 days a week and stuff. I think that would be a good
5 days a week is a really good target.
The first, not most important, but the first goal. And then what else? What did I tell you? I can't even remember now. That's like the main one, I think. I do want to start, because I am a bit, when I talk to people, when I do outreach stores and stuff as a vegan, I think that street interviews are really, really effective.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy watching them too, but I'm really nervous. I did my first one, but I really want to train and really do it, because I think that's the only way you'll get better at it.
100%.
So that's 100%. Like the second.
It will definitely help.
Yeah.
You just got to keep doing it.
You just have to get out there and.
I think one of the best things about the whole thing about getting out into the community and things like that is you definitely realise how 90% of the people out there or more are really just nice people.
Yeah.
They just want to learn things, they just want to ask questions about veganism, they just want to get involved. And I think as long as you keep putting the message over in the right way, and I don't know if you've ever seen any of Vegan Geezer's talks, even to his subject chat. And it's fantastic because I love the fact that when he talks about his stuff, and mine's got a YouTube as well, Vegan Geezer.
Yeah, Vegan Geezer.
When he does his talks, I just love the fact that he's saying exactly how I feel about the message.
Yeah, exactly. But for me to explain it like he does in his words, that's how I want to do it, because it's so good, isn't it? Yeah. The way he explains things.
Yeah, it's really good. And it's definitely a really important part of it, because there's definitely a right way to spread the message.
Yeah.
But I like the fact that he talks about the fact that your right way might not be the same as someone else's right way, and you should be basically doing what you find most effective and how you get the message across, because that's the kind of most important part.
Yeah, and we need a bit of everything, because some people will respond better to his message and some people will respond better to some, like, if they're more aggressive, maybe some people actually respond to that,
Oh yeah,
so you need a bit
some
of
people
everything.
need a bit of a nudge and a bit of a prompt. And I think, it can be really important for people, but at the same time, some people would just completely back away from that.
Exactly.
And they wouldn't, they wouldn't like that at all. So it's really important to do it the right way and not push people away from something that ultimately is a really important message.
Yeah.
So I love that.
I always cry when he does his talks. I don't know why, but every single time I just
really emotional.
tear up. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
especially when he did the spoken word bit as well.
Oh yeah, no, that's the one that always gets me. That one.
I went. It was the first time I actually got to see his talk at Brighton, because I wasn't actually on the store.
Okay.
So yeah, that was really nice to be able to actually watch his talk for once, and it was just nice to see the effect he was having on people as well, because there was a lot of the crowd that was tearing up.
Aww.
And it's really nice to see. It's really nice to see people react good to it, because he's such a good guy.
Yeah, and he's amazing at doing the talks.
Yeah. And what I love as well is the fact that he's doing school stuff as well.
Yeah.
So he's been getting out to schools and spreading the message to the youth, because
that is really good.
I think there's like a golden spot with youth, in that I think if they're too young, they're still very moulded by their parents. So they're only obviously the parents do all their shopping anyway, so they're not really gonna it's not like they can demand, oh no, we're eating this instead of this. But at the same time, I think there's a golden spot when they get a little bit older and they're starting to really think for themselves and make their own decisions. But not too old that they're kind of set in their ways, because I think you can almost have it the other way as well when you get older and get set in your ways.
Yeah.
But no, it's cool. So your goals are more like being healthy and things like that.
Yeah,
I think you're doing a lot of things you're passionate about anyway.
Yeah, I am. I think that I'm at a time in my life that I'm really. I think the moving and stuff, and putting in my mind that okay, so this is probably going to be not forever, but maybe my forever home, because I see myself living there for a long time, and I just want to get everything in check and how I want it in my life. So my job and working with animals and stuff like that, because I think it's important. So many people just and I was the same. Do a job that you don't actually like, and
I know that feeling.
I mean, not everyone can do a job they like, but I do think that like 98% of people, if you really push yourself and work for it, you can. And I think that it's so important, isn't it? Because it's just,
I think it's tough because I definitely feel a passion to do a job I like, and I definitely think that it's good to go to work every day and come home with a feeling like you've made a change, or but at the same time there are things out there that people want and people need and people want, you know, people to manufacture and things like that. So it's tough, but
it is.
Ultimately, if you
but even on the side, like working towards you know, like you love cooking and everything, and I think that working towards a goal that is like work related in your heart, I think that that's you know, that's important as well. That's what I did on the side of my job. I just like volunteered at different animal sanctuaries and stuff like that all the time.
I did. I've been doing some, and I don't really get to do it as much as I'd like to. I'm going to try and do it more, but I've been doing cooking for homeless people around Birmingham.
Oh, that's lovely.
Which is nice, but ultimately I'd really like to set up an ethical charity that does that as well. So I'd like to set something up where, because I like to think that we should really make sure we get the message across that although like veganism is heavily focused on animals, like the whole point of obviously ethics as a clothing company is that it's about not using materials that animals are affected by, but at the same time it's about not using slave labour and things like that. And it's very similar to the slavery aspect of you know what you're into. So I think it's a really important message to get across to people that although people normally get into veganism because of their passion for animals, it's so important to get the message across that humans are also an important part of that.
Of course.
And I think also that's definitely a way that you can get it across to people that veganism is such a good thing. It's such a totalitarian way of looking at
as
things.
a whole.
But
that smells really good.
It should taste good. I do like my French toast. I'll make it look pretty for you as well.
Thank you.
It's got
I can't believe I've never had it.
It's got to look pretty, else I'm just not going to eat it.
It doesn't.
I really am fussy when it comes to how the food looks.
Do you make it always look nice for you as well?
Basically, with my Instagram, I don't really eat anything that's not on my Instagram.
So everything you make is like...
That's how it looks like it looks on my Instagram if I'm going to eat it.
I wish I would be able to do that for myself.
It's tough when you're hungry.
You saw my food.
It's tough when you're hungry. Sometimes you get in and you're just like,
you just put everything in a bowl.
But, you like maple syrup?
Yeah.
Good.
Who doesn't?
Because we'd have fallen out if you didn't. I love maple syrup. This is a company that I met at Bristol.
Yeah.
Pure
I've seen
maple.
them did I have it in Tesco?
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
I'm sure I've seen that, or maybe Whole Foods. I don't know. I've seen it somewhere anyway.
But I was talking to them about how much I love maple syrup, and they were like, "Well, you'll have to try ours. Ours is definitely the best." No, it's cool.
Okay.
Right. Let's let you have a little taste of this.
Ooh.
I know, your first French toast experience, and it's vegan French toast.
What if I hate it?
There we go.
I'm joking.
We won't put it on camera if you hate it. What we'll do is
I know I won't hate
we'll
it.
cut to me going, mmm. No, let's see what you think.
Okay.
It was.
Is it really hot?
It will be
Oh, no, it's
quite
alright.
hot. Yeah? Okay.
That's so good. And it's really warm in the inside as well.
Yeah, it's so good fresh. Like, it's one of them foods that you'd really want to eat straight away as you've cooked it.
With the strawberries, it's lovely as well.
I think it's a perfect combination. I think I might do one as well where I do like a banana French toast. And that'll work quite well. Well, I might even do a banana loaf French toast. That.
How does that work? Banana
Don't tell
loaf
anyone
French
that.
toast.
Don't tell anyone that, because I'm going to do that. If any of you watchers steal that, there'll be trouble. You heard it first.
How do you do that? Like a loaf and then you cook it in the pan?
Yeah, so I'll make banana loaf, and then I'll make that mixture, and I'll just do it the same as I did. Be good. Right. So
delicious.
YouTube, what's your YouTube called?
It's Fruity Liana.
Okay, and that's exactly the same as your Instagram.
I've actually got 2 others. I've got a French one, so if you speak French or you want to just like
or if you
learn
learn French,
yeah,
that's a really good
got a
idea.
French one. That one is Voilà Liana. French, and another one
Obviously.
that's like more makeup related and not so much veganism and like vegan activism. It's more just fun videos and stuff, and that's just my name, Liana Brunetten. So
Okay.
yeah,
That's
mixture.
brilliant. And what was the charity you're working with about?
The slavery
one.
is IJM, so International Justice Mission. They have an
Okay.
Instagram and they have IJM UK and also IJM like all over the world. So yeah.
And that's cool.
Yeah.
What I'll do, guys, is I will make another video just of the French toast. But just to let you know, it was a cup of almond milk. It was 2 tablespoons of wholemeal flour.
Sorry.
No worries. It's a tablespoon of flax seeds. You've got half a teaspoon of nutmeg, half a teaspoon of cinnamon, about a tablespoon of maple syrup in there, a little bit of olive oil, and I think that was it. But then, yeah, just soak your bread in it, fry it in the pan, and it's absolutely delicious. Some strawberries and maple
It
syrup.
is really, really good. Love it.
So it's fantastic to have Liana on today. Please go over to her Instagram, give her a follow, and watch her YouTube videos.
Thank you.
And hopefully we'll do some more collaboration soon.
Yeah, I'm so happy
So-
to be on here. Thank you for having me.
Thanks, friends. Be nice to each other. Bye.